Hey YouTube, it's your girl Timisha J, and I'm back today with amazing news. As you can see by the title, I am expecting. Towards the end of the video, you will find out if I'm having 2 babies or 1. So I'm getting straight to it because I know a lot of these videos on YouTube, they don't go ahead and they don't describe how they felt each cycle day, and it drags and drags and drags. And if you want to know, you want to know. So I'm gonna go ahead and get straight to the point. My husband and I, we've of course decided that it's time. We were ready to have another baby in the family. So I found out that I was pregnant when I was 3 weeks and 6 days. I found out very early, very early. So I track my menstrual every month on this app called Avia. So it's a great app. I'll drop it in the description below so you can be able to track it. It's great with keeping up with everything for you. You'll love it. So let's see here. On December the 22nd, 2022, my menstrual started, and my menstrual usually lasts like around 5 days. So that was the normal for me. Let's see here. I've had an ovulation test done before to figure out how I started that ovulating, because I had an IUD last year and I got it removed. My husband and I decided it was the best thing to do, so I got it taken out, and I of course kept getting an ovulation test to see have I started that ovulating yet. So I was ovulating like around cycle day 14 every month. January the 1st came, which is New Year's, and the 2nd, yeah. So on the 2nd, it was my cycle day 12, and we baby danced. So January 3rd, which was my cycle day 13, and we baby danced. Busy. So on January 4th, which was my cycle day 14, I ovulated. Yeah. So I'm going to describe my symptoms. My symptoms came really early, like really early. So on January the 10th, that was cycle day 20. I felt nauseous, like a queasy feel like in my stomach. I felt like I had to throw up, but nothing would come up like at all. I was just feeling like that the entire day. On the next day, which was January the 11th, it was cycle day 21. I was cramping. I had some more nausea feeling. And the most common one that day was I was peeing so much that it was ridiculous. Like I was just going and going and going and going. Like back and forth all day, all night, all day, all night. Just going pee. It was ridiculous and exhausting. The next day, which was January the 12th, it was cycle day 22, and I was only cramping this day, no spotting or anything. I went back to the Avia app because I've had this app for years, like even previously when I conceived my son, and I noticed like I was having like the same symptoms that I was having when I was pregnant with him, and I was like, wait a minute now, let's see. So let's see what happened this day. So I was feeling like just sick that day, like very sick, and I was like, it was a mother's feeling. I was just like, I'm pregnant. I know I'm pregnant. Like nothing can tell me that I'm not pregnant because I feel pregnant. So I ordered some tests from Target, and I waited until my husband left home because I already had it planned. Like when I do test positive, I'm going to surprise him. So I didn't want to take it while he was at home. So when he left that day, again, cycle day 22, I took the test. It was negative. And I was like, what in the world? Like, maybe I'm taking it too soon because, yeah, I'm sick and I know I'm pregnant. So, you know, that same day, I'm in there talking to my daughter. I was like, I feel so sick. I was like, I feel like I'm pregnant. I was like, but I don't know. But I'm going to, I'll let you know. And I'll let you know. It's going to be a secret. So the next day, which was January the 13th, and we at cycle day 23 right now. I felt like I was getting a flu. My nose was sniffling and I was hot. My body was hurting so bad, especially my lower back. Uh-oh, sorry. So especially my lower back, it was throbbing and I was extremely tired. You know, but I still threw it back. So cycle day 24, it was January the 14th. I felt sick again. I was cramping, I was tired, and my back was hurting so bad. By this point, I was telling my husband, like, I'm making me an appointment to the chiropractor because my back is killing me. Like, it's killing me. So, cycle day 25 came and I only had cramps that day. So I said, okay, my period coming on or whatever, I feel like it's coming on. So I'm gonna just go ahead and pop a pad on and go to bed. So I woke up the next morning, nothing's there. Pad completely blank. Like, I'm like, dang, I was doing all that hardcore cramping for nothing and nothing's in my pad. Like, yeah. So the next day after that was January the 16th. At this point, we are on cycle day 26. So, I was just gassy. I blew my husband away with my gas. Like, I had gas the entire day, the entire night. Like, I just had gas so bad. It was just like, ugh, I was like, my stomach hurt so bad. I was like, I'm so gassy. So, you know, he's caring and he was just telling me, it's okay, baby, it's okay. Better out than in. So, you know, that was going on cycle day 26. So, cycle day the 27th, I missed my period. So, okay. My nipples and my boobs were hurting so bad, like so bad that it was uncomfortable for me to sleep. I couldn't get comfortable in the bed. Every time I tossed and turned, they hurted so bad. Like, oof, they just hurt it. So it hurted real bad. So the next day, which was, oh wait, let's go back. So cycle day 27, the day that I missed my period. I was also cramping that day and I had like cervical, like school glue in my underwear. So the next day, which was cycle day 28, I got my big back positive. So, let me tell you how that went. Let me just tell you how that went. So, my husband, he had ran to the store and I had some tests in the bathroom. I had like 2 of them. So I took one that morning and I laid it on the counter and I only saw one line. So I was like, dang it, it's negative. So I just threw it in the counter because I was just over it. Like, I threw it in, we got these drawers. I just threw it in the drawers and I was like, I'm over it. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go back and relook at it because I just don't know. So I'm gonna try to insert it here so y'all can see it.
Oh, as y'all see, just like I see, the line is so faint and it's been so long, since I took a pregnancy test. So I'm just like, why the line space? I ain't did this in a minute. I don't know. So I'm not gonna say anything, right? So then I had to go ahead and bingo, do this.
And I looked at it again and I was like, that's another line. Like, and it was the first response test. So I said, let me order some more because I don't want to just say something and then it's not it. So I ordered some more and Target delivered it to the house and I ordered clear blue, the digital kind that just says pregnant, not pregnant. I ordered so many and I'm gonna insert it.
You can see, like, the first one that I took, top of the morning up there, is very faint. And then, as I took another one, as Target delivered the other ones, the line got darker and darker throughout the morning. So I was like, girl, you is pregnant. Like, me and my husband, we did the digital one together and one of the first response tests. But here they go.
So I took all of the tests and all of the tests positive. So I left 3 of them I didn't take, but all of them said positive. So I knew right then. So my husband was downstairs riding the hoverboards with the kids, and they down there having a great time. So I had these scratch off things, and I'll drop the link in the description from Amazon where you can scratch it, and it says, we're having a baby. So, in our state, so many people have been hitting the lottery. It's crazy. So I went downstairs and I told my husband, I was like, whatever you win on this ticket is yours. You don't have to share it. So he said, okay, cool. So you ready? He said, you ready? So we got to scratching, and he was like, oh, I won. I said, okay, see what you got. See what you got. So he scratched it. It said, we're having a baby. He was like, oh, what? We have. I said, yes, we're having a baby. It was the most exciting thing. The kids were extremely excited. We were excited. We cried. We was just excited, just thankful and blessed. Very, very excited. So that day, again, I was 3 weeks and 6 days. So I had made an appointment to get my proof of pregnancy. And voila, guess when my due date was that day? Because I'm quite sure it's going to change tomorrow. When I see my OBGYN, who knows? But it's going to change. I just got a feeling it is. So my due date is our wedding day, which is September the 28th. Ain't that something that is very special? Like, I'm just like, what? So I got my proof of pregnancy, and they told me based off the day of my last period, my due date is September the 28th, which is our wedding day, and it is so special. Let's see. Currently at this time, I'm 6 weeks. So I'm 6 weeks and 4 days. So let's take it back to week 5. So on week 5, my back was killing me. Like, it was killing me. Like, so I told y'all I made an appointment to the chiropractor. So I've been getting chiropractic treatment. It is extremely important to get that when you're early pregnancy all the way through, to be able to help you, get you some sleep, get your body back. So I loved it. So yesterday, I had like a panic attack at home, and I have them from time to time. I started having them when my older sister was killed last year in March. So I have them from time to time. So I had one really bad at home yesterday, and my husband took me to the emergency room, and we were there for hours. So I was like, I gotta get the baby checked. Like, I gotta make sure everything was okay. Because when I have panic attacks, it's like a constant scream and cry, and I can't get myself together, my breathing. So I'm worried, like, oh my God, I hope the baby's okay. I hope the baby's okay. So we're there. I went down to ultrasound. I was in ultrasound for an hour and 30 minutes. I've never in my life had an ultrasound that long. And I'm like, is everything okay? And she couldn't tell me anything. So I'm like, well, I just got a question. I said, can you tell me if you at least see 1 or 2? I said, because we went to, it's called, what is it called? Baby Debut, something like that. It's a place, I hope I'm not saying it wrong, but at the time when we went, I was too early. They couldn't see anything because they don't do a vaginal ultrasound. They only do the stomach there. So I'm telling her, like, they weren't able to tell us that day if they saw 1 or 2. And so she said she can't tell me anything. The doctor will explain everything upstairs. And I'm telling her, like, if you hear me breathing hard, it's because I'm trying to get my breathing pattern back together from me having an anxiety attack today. Excuse me. So she said, okay, you're fine. So finally, I got back up. I told my husband I was not able to see anything on the ultrasound screen. They wouldn't let me see anything. It was just for the doctor only. So we waiting. So they wouldn't let me eat anything until after I got the ultrasound. So he went and got me some snacks. And then the doctor came in while he was gone. So the doctor was like, hey, so I got great news. So I'm like, okay, because I've been waiting all this time. We was at the hospital for 4 hours. 4 hours. So I'm like, okay, I was waiting. I was concerned, nervous. And he said, where'd your husband go? I said, he went to get me some snacks. I'm starving. So he started laughing, and he was like, well, I got some great news. And I was like, okay, what's the news? And he was like, you're having twins. So I was like, oh my gosh, we having twins. Like, oh my God. So I immediately burst out crying. Like, I was crying because I was so happy. And I was shocked. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, he's like, everything's okay. You know, he's hugging me because I explained to him about how close me and my sister was. And, he's like, this will bring so much joy to your family. So, he was hugging me. And then my husband heard me scream. So he ran down the hall in the room. And he was like, is everything okay? And I'm like, yes. So the doctor was like, I got some news. And he told him, he was like, two. He was like, two what? My husband's so funny. I can't wait for y'all to meet him on here. And he was like, twins. I said, baby, we having twins. So he was so excited. We were both so emotional. And we were so happy. And I'm still kind of like shocked about, like, oh my gosh, we're having twins. Like, it's so exciting. And I want to be able to bring you all on the entire journey with us so you all can be there every step of the way. Tomorrow, we'll be going to the OBGYN for the first time. So we'll be able to see the ultrasound because we'll have a vaginal ultrasound there. And it's so exciting. So yeah, so my husband is Mike. His name is Mike. And y'all will be able to learn all about the Jacobs, which is us. And we'll be able to explain our journey and, bring you all along with us. We're very excited. We don't know if they're identical or if they're fraternal yet, but we'll find that out soon. They may be able to tell us tomorrow. So, excuse me, 'cause I'm out of breath, but that is the update that I wanted to give you all. And if anybody have any questions or anything, please leave a comment below and I'll gladly answer any questions you have because I know how it is. Keep on having to look at YouTube videos and try to figure out, I wonder is this what I'm going through? I wonder is this what I'm going through? So yes, twins run very heavily on his side and twins run very, very, very heavily on my side. So that's why I was like, darn, we was just thinking like, dang, it may be twins. Reason we thought it was twins from the very beginning is because I was showing faster. Like I was getting bigger faster. And I'm like, gosh, I'm getting bigger faster. So it's another thing too. My son, he drew a picture, and I'm going to show you the date. He drew this picture January 22nd when we was out to eat. And he drew a picture of me with two babies inside.
So my son, again, he's 7, and he just kept on saying, Mommy, you having two babies. You having two babies. And he always say, he's like, Mommy, it's two babies in there. It's two babies in there. And he says it's a boy and a girl. So we will see. But he's always said it's two babies. And as you see, this picture was taken on January the 22nd. And today is February the 6th.
And he's always been saying, you having two babies. You having two babies, Mommy. You having two babies. And I was like, you sure? You think so for real? And he was like, yeah, Mommy, you having two babies. And then it's crazy because Mike had a dream that my mom was fishing. And she pulled the fish up. And the fish had two babies attached to it. And he woke up in the middle of the night. And he was like, oh, my God. I said, you okay? He was like, yeah, I'll tell you about it in the morning. So I said, okay. So this is before we found out that we was having twins. So I was just like, it's just all pieced together. So that's why it was just like kind of shocking and just like we're really having twins. Like, so I'll keep you all updated every step of the way, and I'm going to show you all my belly today, give you all a little belly peek. So here we go. Hold on, pull these down some for y'all. But this is at 6 weeks. Move this out the way. And look how big I am at 6 weeks. 6 weeks and 4 days. 6 weeks and 4 days. So yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be able to give you guys updates later on. So have a blessed day.